Hello, it's Colette. Welcome to the weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday, the 9th of January 2017, and it's the Four of Swords. Now, this kind of makes sense coming out of last week's card, which was the Hermit. And with the Hermit, we were meant to be going within, rejuvenating, finding answers deep within our soul. And this week, we've got another card that's about rest, meditation, gentleness, looking after yourself, to be honest. Again, lovely card in the Rohrig deck, very crystalline with the moon and the water. It's a very beautiful card. Now, in the traditional tarot decks like Rider-Waite, it has a knight who is lying on a plinth, and he is literally, he's got his sword down his front, and it's very grey colour. He looks as though he might actually be dead, but he's not. He's resting. He's taking time out to rest before the next battles come, as such. And he's doing that not just physically, but he's doing it mentally as well, because swords are more about the intellect and the mind. So this week in general, we're following on from the Hermit energies, and we're allowing ourselves to be not quite so much the Hermit, but still to continue the pattern of resting, going within, sensing our thoughts, sensing what we need from the universe. And then as over the next few weeks, I expect the cards to become that wee bit more fiery, that wee bit more energetic. But for the week ahead, we're still in a phase where we should be looking after ourselves and resting, getting our reserves back up. Christmas and New Year solstice, so many spiritual festivals over the last 4 weeks can leave you just too full of people around you, energy, and this is the time where we're kind of letting that all go and turning back within ourselves. So the best way to approach this card is basically to continue a restful state of mind, or try and get yourself into a peaceful state of mind, whether that's meditation, the rest that you need. Actually, a lot of people have got tummy bugs, and that if you're not prepared to rest, if you're not doing it of your own accord, then the universe will normally do something to make you do it anyway. So yes, it's the time of year for tummy bugs and flu bugs, etc., but far more people have got them this year. Went down myself with one last week, and it's been appalling. So I needed to be forced into the Hermit card and this card, so I hope you're listening. Take it from me, you don't want any of the bugs that are going around. So say to the universe, I will rest, and then you might not get a reason to rest, if you see what I mean. So what does the Four of Swords mean in different areas of life? Career, it's very much about a time of introspection, about looking at your job and thinking, what do I need from it? And maybe not throwing yourself 110% into it, giving yourself reserves. Don't live to work this week, work to live, and make sure when you're not at work that you're in plenty of rest, recuperation, and time to yourself away from the energies of work. And that's just the best way to look at it. Go in, do the work, do it to the best of your ability, but don't give anything extra to it that you don't have in reserves. If we look at health, it's a really good card to use as a wee warning that, yeah, you have no reserves left, so why not just choose to spend time within yourself, within your own home, rest and recuperate. That's basically the meaning of the card. I tend to use it more as a warning than anything else. Relationships, again, it's time to maybe rest from the full-onness. Sometimes at Christmas and New Year, we're forced to be a couple, or we're forced to, sort of not put on an act, but be there as a couple, or do things as a couple. And this card is very much about being around one another, but kind of investing time in yourself and what then yourselves can bring to the relationship. It's not as isolated maybe as the Hermit. It's about, sort of being together but not out there and not throwing your energies out. So for some relationships, we need to regroup, we need to pull in, we need to have quiet time and quiet space, and that's the best way for a relationship. If you're looking for a relationship this week, this is more a time of introspection. Why you want that relationship, what type of relationship you want, why maybe relationships aren't working for you. Do a lot of thinking so that you're clear in what you want for further down the line. Money, again, it's time just not to spend. It's time to rest your finances. I'm sure they've taken a knock over the festive season, so rest them now. A sale, there's sales everywhere, but a sale is to get you to take the last of the money you've got and go and buy tat, basically. In saying that, if you need something and literally feel that, you know, something's breaking down or whatever, it's a really good time to buy things. But if you're not actually looking for something, all you're going to do is spend more money if you go to the sales and bring extra clutter into your house. And this card is not about clutter, it's a very minimalist card. So think minimalism for your home, your house, your finances this week, and you'll not go too wrong. Spiritually, it's a lovely card. It includes it really tells me it's time to get out my crystals and work with my crystals. It's time to meditate and meditate more deeply maybe than before. Get back into a routine of disciplined meditation. So spiritually, here's a wee wake-up call to you spiritual people out there who continually say, oh, I will do that. Oh, yes, I promise I'll meditate, Colette. Yes, I will do that spiritual practice. Yes, I will find discipline. And oh, no. Giving you a wee reminder, all the meditations that you need are on the channel under meditation. The rituals are there. That's what they're there for. I'm not doing this for my own health. This is not a channel that brings me in any money or anything like that. It's to get these things out there so that they're accessible for you and that you can use them. It's my gift to you. So, you know, you wouldn't want to give someone a gift and for them to not take it or not actually use it. You know, if someone gave you a nice big, say, brand new big brand new mixer for making bread or this, that and the next thing, it wouldn't be very nice if it was just left over there and you look at it but don't actually use it. So come on, folk. The info is there, the knowledge is there. That's why I started this channel. You've no excuses. You really have no excuses. But I'm not going to go into my disciplinarian side because I know that a lot of people then go, oh God, Colette's serious. But I'm very serious with this. You will have the time to do these things. You do have the time, and particularly this week you can make the time. So with that, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to my channel if you wish to, and I'll be back next week, and hopefully you've taken this card on board. Let me know how it goes for you in the comments below, and I'll see you soon. Many blessings now. Bye.